It was announced this morning that you won the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award, and you've won all sorts of awards in your time. I wanted to know if this one, what it means to you.
Um, I mean, it means a lot. I do so much for my community, and my foundation does a great job of giving families and kids and the youth an opportunity to better their lives and better their futures. And for that part of what I do to be recognized, it's definitely an award that not only myself and my foundation, but all my kids are part of my program and all the people that look up to me. Um, it's their award for sure.
You've been involved in the community for a long time, but I want to know if there was any time in your career where it seemed to shift, where it became a bigger priority for you.
Well, it's always been a big priority as far as, whenever I said if I'm able to become successful or whatever I do in life, I want to give back to my community. But it's all about trying to figure out what's the most important impact you can make. And, once we started shifting the bike-a-thon into the educational thing, seeing that these kids needed help at that particular time in their lives in the third grade, and started to make it become more about that, and not only helping the kids but also helping the parents as well. That's when it became, more impactful because it can help these kids, later on in life.
LeBron, Isaiah will not play tomorrow. How will change your guys' play protocol?
It doesn't change our approach. We hate that Isaiah got hurt. Um, salute to him. Unbelievable season and what he was able to accomplish this year, and the things that he did in the postseason under the circumstances. With the tragic death of his sister. But for us as a unit, it's never been about one guy. That's not our focus. It's always about team effort and how we can, best put out the best, game plan to go against their team. And they're still well coached. They still got players out there that's going to look for the challenge. They're going to step up their play. So we have to be ready for that.
With him, with him out, does their offensive mindset change, and how do you change with that?
I don't know. It's not. I have no idea. That's their question. You're asking me something I have no idea about. I know what our mindset, and that's continue to defend and continue to play our game.
There's been some times in the regular season where the other team's best guy goes out, and you find out right before game time and it's caught your team flat-footed. Is there a benefit to knowing this far in advance that he is out, so you can adjust whatever game plan it is?
No, it didn't matter. I don't even remember the regular season, to be honest. What happened?
To cover up.
No, I don't even remember what happened.
You haven't played at home since May 3rd, I think. Does it feel that long?
No, because we spent a lot of time here. Because of the off time we had after last round. It does feel like we haven't been at the queue in a while, but it doesn't feel like we haven't been home because we have, actually. But we look forward to getting back to our fans. They haven't seen the game in quite a while now, and we want to try to continue the trend back on our home floor.
You've talked a lot about why you like playing on the road so much in the playoffs. What do you like about playing at the Key West and playing at home? What stands out to you there?
What stands out? What stands out is our fans, obviously. Our fans give us a lot of support. They give us excitement. When you make a big play, they get excited just as much as we do, and sometimes they carry us. So, we just try to do what we can do to give them something to cheer about.
You mentioned just the defensive effort. I mean, the team's averaging like 75% of contested shots on opponent shots, 77 from three, like 13 deflections, loose balls. Like, how much of those indicators and how much everybody's kind of locked in?
I think that's all about activity. When you have an activity and you're making multiple efforts throughout the course of a game, you're gonna give yourself a good chance to win. And defensively, we've been flying around, we've been communicating, we're sticking to the game plan. So, like you said, we're contesting shots, we're getting deflections, we're getting steals. Sometimes the coverage is blown, but because of the effort and the communication, we're able to figure it out.
So you're picking up on Jordan for the postseason scoring lead. Do you pay attention to that at all?
No, I don't until someone asks me about it, or I saw Kyrie kind of mention it. No, I don't. Listen, I've been able to accomplish so many things, and I'm always kind of humbled and and proud of the journey that I've been on when I'm able to be linked with any of the greats.
When Ty Lue and the coaching staff introduces you stuff during the regular season that you say you don't remember now, but they introduce it and they want you to use it in the playoffs. What's the responsibility of the player to retain it then, but be able to apply it months down the line?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we know throughout the course of a postseason or throughout the course of a series, you're going to have different matchups. You're going to have different things that you do defensively. You're going to have different lineups and things of that nature, and you have to be able to make it work. And we know that, first of all, our coach staff and T. Lou is not going to put us in a position that they don't feel like it's going to be successful for us. So, it's up to us to obtain it, throw it into our memory bank, and then go out and apply it on the court. And we've been able to do that so far.
A player like Tristan's value seems to increase in the postseason. He's been in the league for so long. Can you think of a couple of other guys around the league whose value always seems to go up in the playoffs?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play with quite a few guys whose value go up in the postseason, and Double T, like you said, is one of those guys. At the end of the day, postseason is about possessions, being able to create extra possessions, and being able to give defensive stops. Those things are not valued in the regular season, and but we value it. We value him, and that's why he's such a big piece for our team.
LeBron, you've been on a lot of talented teams, but those talented teams also had something else that you admired about them. So beyond the talent of this team, what is it that stands out to you?
For one, it's our camaraderie for sure. The things that we do on the court and off the court. It's kind of the same. And we just have a brotherhood mentality where we protect each other. We sacrifice for one another, and like I said, it's not going to always be a bed of roses. No relationship is going to be that. But when you're doing it for one common goal, which is to be as great as you can be, then it all kind of figures itself out. So.
Still a lot of work to do, obviously, in this series. The fact you guys haven't lost yet, Golden State hasn't lost yet, does that mean anything to you that the team is still unbeaten?
No, I just see two great teams playing at a high level in the postseason. What does it mean to me? It doesn't mean anything if you don't go out and take care of business in the next game. But both teams are definitely playing at a high level, and hopefully we continue that trend tonight.
You've been on both sides of this equation. You were referring earlier to the injuries the teams have absorbed in this postseason. 2 years ago, your team and you went through a finals missing two of extremely key pieces. How does that change a team's dynamic, its mental framework, its energy level when that happens? And if you're the team playing the wounded team, do you have to be extra careful?
Well, I mean, if you're a team that's built on, certain personnel, if you lose that personnel, then you're not going to be as great as you can be. Now you're going to be able to compete, and you're going to put yourself on the line. The guys that step up is going to have to, do a little bit more. And like we seen 2 years ago in the finals, we gave everything that we had. We're missing two of our biggest pieces. So, but at the end of the day, you got to go out and still play the game because no one knows. I mean, this is professional sports. No one's going to feel sorry for you, no matter who's in or who's out. So, I've been on both sides. I've been, without, Bosh at times and Wade at times, and and Kyrie and Love at times. And but you still got to try to figure it out and give what you got. And you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but you lay your heart out on the line. It doesn't matter. Then you can always feel better about yourself going on to the next day.
A quick follow about Kevin. You think, watching some of the plays he made in Game 2, I'm thinking, I don't know that I've seen that from Kevin in the 2+ season he's been here. Are you seeing things from him now that indicate he's finally completely absorbed into what you're doing?
No.
Well, you mentioned the other day that he played like Kev at Minnesota. I mean, are you seeing different sides of his game?
I didn't say that. I said we need the mentality of
Right.
Kevin in Minnesota.
Correct.
And, so, obviously, like I said, the usage rate is not going to be as high. None of our usage rate is as high as it used to be, when I was having a team by myself or Kyrie or Kevin. So, but the mentality, is still the same for all three of us, and it needs to be that way.
I know there's no definitive answer to this, but
That's why you're asking.
because you're a smart guy.
Okay.
But there's so much attention paid
Give me too much credit.
to the rest issue throughout the season. To now see the way that you guys are playing, the level that you specifically are playing at, do you think that it was because of the rest? How much, now that we're at this point, how much was the days off that caused such a stir during the season playing into the way that you're playing?
Playing to the way that I'm playing.
Yeah, you specifically.
I don't know. I mean, I think I stated throughout the course of the regular season that it's always great to get a day here or a day there. Just because of the mileage I've had on my body, the mental side of things is just get away from the game. But I mean, it's easy to say that, because he had the rest in the regular season the way he's playing now. I mean, but if I wasn't playing the way I'm playing now, it'd be like, well, he should have played because he could have been better in the postseason. So I don't know. We don't know. I'm just happy I'm able to make some plays, put myself in a position where I am on the floor. I've never missed a postseason game. I've never missed a postseason game in my career, and I contribute that to me taking care of my body, me putting in the work, and me being on top of my game.